Hello YouTube, my name is Jake, and I'm back again. It's been a while. It's been 3 months. It has been 3 months since I recorded a video, and we are now in April. We're in April of 2025. Do I have reasons? Yes and no. I always have my reasons on this. It's work, it's life, it's everything. But I think the last couple of times I have done recordings, I had been sitting at a makeshift desk which was on top of an ottoman. I now have an actual desk. I have my monitor set up exactly how I want, and I've been playing a lot more video games because I guess now where I was sitting on basically on the floor, and it wasn't comfortable. And since getting this desk, which was just an Amazon jobby, I have gotten back into gaming quite a fair bit. And what I have been playing, I've been playing a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! This is my sort of game where I just go to sort of chill out, and I know Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not the most relaxing game, I get it. I've been playing it for many years and have played Master Duel since the beginning, so I know exactly what it is like. But I'm having fun gaming again. I made a video a number of months ago. I will find out when via my phone. So I made a video 6 months ago saying, was gaming dead last year? Because people were saying the same old things about, these games are boring and yada yada yada. And for me, I always said no, because you need to expand your horizons and play other games. I have fallen back in love with gaming probably over the last couple of months. And that comes down to playing, I only play clubs on the new FIFA or EAFC 25, whatever you want to call it, with friends. And it is incredibly frustrating and incredibly annoying, yet when there's 5 or 6 of us online, it is the best feeling in the world. It really is. It's just fun. I have gotten back in love with playing Call of Duty again. Mainly zombies, because I haven't touched multiplayer properly, and I do want to do some zombie content again, because I have played the ever-loving hell out of Shattered Veil. I've not done the Easter egg because it's very complex and very complicated, and I don't want to do that, but I love Shattered Veil. I think it is the best map in Black Ops 6, and that's saying something, but it has probably the most replayability in terms of a map since Liberty Falls, and that's not to say the Tomb was bad or to say Citadel was bad. I just love the simplistic nature of Shattered Veil. And now, as I'm speaking right now, I am re-downloading GTA on Game Pass, so I can binge play that for the next however long until it gets taken off of Game Pass again. So yeah, I have fallen back in love with it, and like I said, as you are seeing now, I have fallen back in love with Yu-Gi-Oh! And why? Because I play a deck which is stupid, and the last video I think I put out on this channel was me entering the Duelist Cup with this deck, and since that time I have made a few adjustments to the deck to make it even funner, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word, but look, don't ignore the fact that I'm in silver, right? Because, like I said, I don't play this game too much, because, like I said, I have to just tone down on certain games. But when I'm having fun with this game, I'll play it for a long time, right? I have 6 games in a row won in silver, right? And if I go to my match history, this is just in the past week. Whenever I do play this game, I have lost 1 duel in, I think it's 9, so that's 8 wins, 1 loss. And the loss, annoyingly, obviously you can't play the replay because it's from a couple of days ago, but I was playing basically pure Centurion, and it wasn't the best board at the end. I think he did have Auxilia and Legatia at the end, but there was one card, and it was this. He True Awakening'd my one of the combo cards, and I was done. Simple as that. But every other deck that I come up against, whether it is overpowered or not, you don't tend to get too much stuff in silver, but you do get some people that are grinding through the levels and stuff like that. And just now I've had 2 duels which I've won, and I'm going to replay them both so we can see them, and then I'm going to play 1 live duel, and it will probably end badly, because I guarantee as soon as I play live I'm going to lose. But what is the deck in question? It is my It is my Goblin Biker deck, and if you haven't used Goblin Bikers, and you hadn't watched the last video I did when it came to this deck, it is very simple. It is rank 3 heavy, so you run cards like Speedroid Terratop to special summon itself to add Takatamborg. You also have Den Daiko Duke. I don't know why I only have this so you can then special summon. I don't really think It doesn't really matter. I don't even know why I run Dendaiku. I can take that card out, probably put in another negate or something. I love, like, Ghost Ogre is so powerful, Ghost Bell is powerful, Ash Blossom we all know, but having two cards like Wielder and Tracker just to sort of special summon themselves. You run E-Tail as well just to summon one of them too, but then you have the main cards. You've got Dug Charger, you've got Clatter Sploder, you've got Boom Muck, and you've got Mean Merciless. And the brand new one, since I last did a review on this deck, is Goblin Bikers Gone Wild. This card is just very, very good. And annoyingly, being a UR, I had to open so many packs to get this card. So, and the same with the UR Goblin Biker Grand Breakout, which, when you start reading more into it, it's actually a very good combo piece because it's not tributing. I originally thought it was just tributing a Goblin Biker monster. It's not, it's anything. And then you summon any Goblin monster from your deck, but it cannot attack this turn. So if you've got a monster in the graveyard, you summon Clatter Splode and then special summons itself. If you have one in your hand, you go Mean Merciless and special summon it. Ideally, then you would have, like, say, Dug Charger, and if you haven't used its effect, activates a Spell and Trap card. And then you'll go into Grand Bash, gains 300 attack for each Goblin monster you control, and you have another normal summon, and you can either make both level 3 monsters on the field level 6, or you can make one level 3 monster a level 6. And then you go into your level 6, rank 6s, which are either Crazy Beast or the brand new one, which is Gone Bonkers. Now, if your opponent has an entire board, you go for Gone Bonkers. Target one face-up target face-up monsters your opponent controls up to the number of Goblin monsters you control. So you could very easily get 5 or 6 Goblin Bikers on the field at any one time. It's very simple. Detach one material from a monster you control, and if you do, attach those monsters to this card as material. You can make your opponent have 5 monsters and go down to 0. It is very, very simple. You've also got a card, this is also a brand new one called Grand Crisis. You can target one Goblin monster you control and one monster your opponent controls, or target one Goblin monster in your graveyard and one monster in your opponent's graveyard, banish both those monsters. That's once per turn. And then you can send this face-up card from the Spell and Trap card zone to the graveyard, then target 5 of your banished Goblin monsters with different names, special summon them. So if you really wanted to flood the board, you just go with Grand Crisis, summon 5 of them, and then even then if you went into, like, say you had a Grand Bash, turn 2 of them into level 6, you've still got 4 Goblin Biker monsters, and this does count towards that. And with Gone Bonkers, it's during your opponent's turn, you can target cards your opponent controls up to the number of Goblin Xyz monsters you control, attach 3 materials from monsters you control, and if you do, send those targeted cards to the graveyard. It's targeted, but it's non-destruction. It's just sending them. So it's really, really powerful to clear back row as well. And like I said, you team it with, like, Crazy Beast, which is just on a quick effect, can just target a Spell and Trap card on the field, including your own, detaching Xyz monster from your materials, and then just taking that card. And then when you pair it with I would guess the big boss monster in Big Gabonga, when a material is attached to a monster on the field during the damage set, you can target one face-up monster on the field, accept this card, and attach it to that card as material. So if you've got a monster on their opponent's side of the field, which, like, you know, can't be destroyed by battle or card effects, you can just take it, and it attaches it to this card. And the amount of boards that breaks is unbelievable. So what have I done since sort of the last video 3 months ago to make this deck a bit more viable, or a bit more fun? I'm not going to say viable, because viable is a dumb word, but it's more fun. I did add Fiendsmith Engraver, so I pulled Fiendsmith Engraver. I went into the pack and pulled it. I also pulled Fiendsmith Tract as well. So I was like, well, that's basically your combo right there. And then I pulled Requiem as well. And I'm slowly getting to the grips with how this works. Ideally, you have Engraver, pitch it, add Tract, add Fabled Lure. It doesn't have to matter what, it just has to be a light fiend monster. Then discard Fabled Lure, summon it, go into Requiem, then with the Engraver in hand in the graveyard, you then send Lure back to the graveyard, summon that, and then you can go into Wave Hiking Caesar. That is a fun combo. People obviously don't like it, but obviously I'm a DDD fan and have been for a very long time. And most recently, because I kept getting destroyed probably about a number of weeks ago by it, I thought, I'm just going to do it. And I threw in, where is he? Dragoon. Also, I did forget you have Fiendsmith Lacrima as well. If I wanted to go, obviously, into the fusion, then resummon Engraver, and then go into Wave Hiking Caesar. I completely forgot about that, but I did pull Lacrima as well. So I thought, if I've got them, might as well use them. I don't want to use the full engine, just use a few of them. But yes, I did start. I was completely getting destroyed by Dragoon. And like, even in the lower ranks and stuff, like, you're still going to get people that run it. So I thought, I'm going to run it as well. So I crafted Verte. Actually, no, I think I already had Verte in deck. I had to then open a stupid ton of packs to try and get enough gems to make Dragoon. For some reason, I didn't have a Dark Magician or a Red Eyes as well, which was really annoying, so that was a lot of gems down the drain. And also then get Red Eyes Fusion as well. So ideally, in an ideal world, I could end up with a board of Dragoon, Caesar, Big Gabonga, and one of Gone Bonkers or Crazy Beast, and then you're fine. Obviously, if you've got Verte on the field as well, it's then fun. And I also do have the Downed Magician and Zeus in deck as well, if I do want to go into it. So theoretically, I could replace the Big Gabonga on board and go for a Zeus if I really wanted to, but I don't tend to go into Zeus too much unless I desperately feel I need it. So, but if I go through the last 2 duels, which I've literally just done before I decided to actually make this video, because I thought I'm sitting here, might as well, I'm waiting for GTA Online to download and stuff like that, so I initially needed something to kill time with, which is why I was going to do this. So yeah, this, like I said, this deck goes really well whether you're going first or second. It really doesn't matter. And I will make it in fast forward as well. So yeah, this is what I mean with the Fiendsmith. People have seen this a million times, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm still getting used to doing this. But it's fun. It's stupidly dumb. But this, like I said, I have fun with this deck. I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh! To play meta decks. It's really not for me. I just can't be bothered with it. I don't want to build like a deck, like say like Dragon Link or Blue Eyes is now really popular. I have beaten Blue Eyes decks with this. Not easily, but I have done it. But yeah, that's just not for me. I like playing dumb decks like this, which are just fun. Because I don't think people expect them. You know, if they're running a certain deck, they're not expecting to come up against, you know, Big Gabonga and Crazy Beast. They're not real cards in that opinion. But it doesn't really matter what. I mean, this is why I added High King Caesar to my deck, is the fact that just doing something like that, stopping Schwarzschild, because then it would have just been a case of, yeah, it's done for. But this is where and annoyingly, I hard drew the Red Eyes Fusion. That pissed me off, because if I hadn't drawn that Red Eyes Fusion, I would have been able to summon Dragoon as well and had this board. And my ultimate board is Big Gabonga, High King Caesar, Crazy Beast, and Dragoon. I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to do it. And then this is where I win it. So I did this just for like BM, and then I knew he activated the jump. I had added the jumper. I knew as soon as I added King Caesar like onto the field, like he was going to try and do that. But that's as simple as that. So not the most effective duel, don't get me wrong, but it disrupts the play. It stole his Soul Flare. It stole his the Spell and Trap card at the end. Simple as that. And this is the deck going. What did I go in this one? I can't actually remember. It's done in 2 duels, so I think I went second in this one. Yes. Yeah, 2-tone kill. I went second. I'm not with it at all. But yeah, this is me going second, and not a bad hand. Not great, but you can still make plays with it. And luckily, this is all this deck was. And I did go and check this deck afterwards, and it's Kaiju, Lava Golem, Nib, and a bunch of high dangers and stuff like that. It really wasn't a lot, but I went, tracked, add Lurie, summon Lurie, go into Requiem. Originally at this point, this is where I was sort of like, I couldn't figure out why I wasn't able to go into Lacrima. Then I realised it's because Engraver wasn't on the field at all, or like able to do it. But then I just send Ice Hand, and I thought I didn't know what to do, because I didn't know what these cards were going to be. But I just went sort of standard plays into this as well. So Big Gabonga, this card is just so much fun. It really is. Add Dug Charger. This is what you should realistically always be doing, is adding Dug Charger from Big Gabonga to add Grand Bash, because of how powerful Grand Bash is. Go into Grand Bash. I don't know why I made both of them level 6 when I only went into 1, but I went High King Caesar just to be on the safe side. Then went Boom Mark, detached Big Gabonga, and this is where I managed to go into Verte for the first time, and it actually worked. I've managed to get Verte on the board, and then it just gets ended, and I'm like, great. This is the first time I've been able to summon a Dragoon to board and just win, as simple as just beatdown. This deck can just be pure beatdown. It really can be. You can just summon a bunch of monsters with Grand Bash. It's 300 attack and defense for every Goblin Biker monster. So if you have 6 Goblin Biker monsters, it's an additional 1800 attack on monsters that have already got between 1400 and 1800 attack, and that's not including the Xyz monsters. So it can just be a fun beatdown deck. But I guarantee now I'm going to go into this live duel. We're going to play this, and I'm going to lose, because that's just how life goes. But like I said, yeah, I don't know what I'm going to... I want to start getting to a point where I make a couple of videos a week again, because I do enjoy it. And like I said, I am playing a lot more stuff that is fun. Like I said, I'm going to do maybe like a where we're at with Black Ops 6, because like the zombie side of things, I'm starting to have a lot more fun now. I've seen so many Easter eggs runs of Shattered Veil, and it's one of those that I'd love to do it with friends, but it's so convoluted that I'm not even going to bother trying it. But I do just want to make content on that, because I'm having fun playing it, like with dumb guns and how quickly can I get the bloody the ray gun Mark II build stuff, everything like that. And then when it comes to the fact having GTA again, maybe I do GTA stuff. I'm not quite sure. I don't know why this is just going to crash out in a minute. So yeah, there we go. Okay, so we will try one more time, and then go again. It's the fact that it completely rebooted that is mental to me. But yeah, I'd probably throw in some GTA 5 stuff as well. Just why not? And also, I mean, there are other games that I am playing as well. So there's one game which is only just recently come out, which is South of Midnight. I'm loving this game. I really am. I'm about 2-3 hours deep into this game, and I really enjoy it. Like, I love the story. I love the mechanics. I don't mind the fighting system in it. Wow. Hold on. It actually counted as right. Well, game, you can screw yourself. Like, I don't even think I want to play it. Just ended a 6-game win streak because the server just ended. Like, that's not my fault. That is not my fault at all. So I'm not happy with that. But look, let's just see what happens now. Like, is it going to do it? Don't do the same thing again. Please don't do the same thing again. Okay, no, I'm actually going second this time. Okay, so yeah, but like I said, there's tons of games that I'm playing at the moment that I want to do stuff on. Like I said, I will do a South of Midnight one as well, because whether it's a review or not, I don't know, but I'm really enjoying that game. So, hand here, I already have the Grand Bash in hand. So, the play here is probably Gone Wild. When Gone Wild is normal or special summon, it can normal summon itself when you control no monsters or only goblin monsters. What the... Surupurupurun. Okay. This might be a quick... I'm not quite sure what's happening here. But... And then Wheeladur as well. Okay, so what we're going to do is... We're going to summon Gone Wild, because it can normal summon itself. Then we are going to activate Gone Wild, and we're going to special summon Mean Merciless from the deck. What Mean Merciless will allow us to do is to summon a monster from our hand, and we're going to go for Dug Charger. With Dug Charger, then we will add a spell and trap card from our deck. Probably, let's go Grand Breakout, because I have a plan here in which I'm going to activate Grand Breakout, send Mean Merciless to summon... doesn't really matter. I can summon Boom Muck, then activate Grand Bash to then normal summon Clattersploder, and Clattersploder will bring back Mean Merciless. So at this point, do I just completely go for BM, or do I win? Part of me, do you know what? I'm going to try and end on the board that I want. So I'm going to go... Ooh. So he's a Fiend, Beast Warrior, Warrior, Fiend. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make Mean Merciless a level 6. Change that. Go into Caesar. with these two, like that, and then I'm going to special summon Wheelader, go Verte with Wheelader and Boommark, because Boommark can resummon itself. Can I do this? Go Verte, send Red Eyes Fusion, summon Dragoon with Dark Magician and Red Eyes to that zone. There's Dragoon. Okay, I screwed up. I forget when Dark Dragoon... Oh, for God's sake, why did I do that? Well, I can still BM for victory. Like, I should have known. I keep forgetting... I'm new to Dragoon. I'm sorry. Like, moan at me all you want. I'm still new to Dragoon. The fact that he has... Once you summon him from Verte, you can't special summon anymore. That's a rookie error. I have just made that mistake. So, yeah. I will own that, but that's probably not the hardest duel in the world to win, but that is how easy it is to flood the board with this deck. Like I said, this deck can go against good decks and it can go against bad decks. Like, it's just what it is. I will learn from that. I'm already seeing if people are going to comment in this and going like, oh, how did you do that with Verte? I'm still learning Verte, alright? I'm still learning with Verte and all that sort of bullshit, so that's annoying. We will just double check what this deck was. Oh, Mementotlan. Mementotlan? I don't know how you pronounce his name. It's one of the stupidest names I've ever heard in a deck. With sharks, and then what you've... Okay... Dunno. Kind of like... It's fish with Mementotlan, which is really weird. With Levice. Alright, cool. So, it beat that deck in one turn because it summoned one monster, so he bricked. Simple as that. But yeah, I'll end it there, but like I said, I'm going to do more Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. I'm going to do GTA stuff. I'm going to do reviews on South of Midnight and the sort of where we're up to with Black Ops 6 as well. So yeah, look out for them. I'm going to say I need to get back into a method of doing this, so I just need to kick myself in the face. That's a weird sentence. I shouldn't have said that, but I'm going to get back to recording again because I'm really liking this sort of stuff. So yeah, if you want stuff, if there's anything you want to see, let me know. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in another video. Peace.